What's happening, y'all, boys? It's your king, man. It's the man with the plan. Like, damn, man, with it in my hand. H-Town stand up. You know what's going on. Midwest. Wavy Captain. From over there to over here. You know what's going on. H2O. Houston to Omaha. Omaha to Houston. H-Town where I go down. I love y'all, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If y'all haven't already tapped in, y'all know what's going on, man. I'm live from the Fondren. Letting you know we ain't fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we got another one. We back on the Diddy thing, man. No, why every time I say something about Diddy, man, it come out suspect, boy. I gotta watch how I gotta figure this out. But anyway, yeah, man, just tap in, like, share, comment, subscribe. Like I said, man, I had to say it again because I feel like y'all don't be like, sharing, and subscribing and commenting. Like, I need y'all. Y'all need me. Y'all gonna see, cause I'ma come up real soon. But that's enough talking. We already at 50. We almost to a minute. Y'all just heard me babble on. There's not gonna be an order. I got too much catching up to do. We just gonna start dropping and getting better as we go. Cause like they say, you your own worst enemy. Not dropping, that's your problem. So we gonna start dropping. I'ma start dropping, and hopefully y'all can make it. I got a job out here. I ain't gonna say where I work at. I make good money. Not good enough though. I need y'all to get me up out of there. You know, we got out the streets. Remember I told y'all, help me get out the streets? We out the streets. Now I need to get out this job and get where I could do what I want to do and bring y'all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Get a track with DDG or something. Snoop Dogg and them. Anyway, Diddy.
Here we go.
Another day.
Another day at court. My
Yeah.
goodness. Is Diddy's defense getting to Cassie? How's her demeanor in court today?
To watch someone who is visibly pregnant sort of take deep breaths at times, she's keeping her cool. Honestly, she didn't cry or anything like that, obviously early on.
I know y'all probably thinking, like, first off, I got the same shirt on. I know. There's going to be a couple of videos of me wearing the same clothes, bro. I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. You know, you pumping that content out, man, just bear with me, dog. Just know I'm busy. And if I was her, I wouldn't be in her pregnant. That's crazy. She in her pregnant, bro. Like, I couldn't do it. I ain't going to lie to you. I could do it. I could be up in her pregnant. Pregnant is crazy. Because they slandering you. You got a new husband, ain't he? I think he from the Mountain Caucasus.
On in the testimony, there were some things.
His buddy's going to be drinking Coronas. Clowning cuz. Like, man, I seen the video.
That had her in tears, but today she's been very calm, very measured, especially considering the audio clip that we heard of her threatening to kill someone. I looked over at the jury box because I was wanting to hear their reaction as we're hearing in real time her voice threatening several times to kill someone because she's concerned about this freak-off video, and the jurors were shocked. I saw the eyebrows raised, I saw them listening, and I think to hear her voice in court and see how calm and measured she is, and then to hear that side of her. Again, it was in 2014 that this audio clip was something that she recorded, but clearly she's threatening someone who she thinks might release a freak-off video, and she's worried about it.
And the person that she was threatening was one of Diddy's associates.
Correct.
Okay. So you saw the jurors' reactions to that audio tape. What was Diddy's reaction? What was Cassie's own reaction when she heard her audio?
She just kind of looked down. I mean, she wasn't, and it was hard for me. I had to literally, I have a great shot of the jury in terms of where I'm sitting. I can see Sean Combs. I have to sort of raise up to look at Cassie Ventura, but she seems to be very calm. I mean, I think she knows that some of this evidence was going to come out. So she's answering the questions, yes, no. When she doesn't remember something, she's very clear about that. But the prosecution, the defense has been trying.
One thing about trauma, you might not remember the trauma up front, but you're going to forever remember the trauma on the back end. It's something like your short term don't be that good, but your long term be hidden. Like, stop playing. She remember every detail. She just don't want to relive it. She don't want to get brought into it. She been threatened to kill somebody. That's Moida. Why she ain't bringing on trial? She should be on trial. She probably got some kind of immunity. She got some kind of immunity or something. I don't know. I can't really speak on it. I mean, I know y'all going to come up here and eat me up, but no Diddy. But I'm just saying, something crazy going on here, man. Something real wild going on here, man. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I don't know. That's something wild and wicked with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she threatening people to kill him and stuff. Like, what's going on?
To poke some holes into the testimony.
And of course, you know, they taught her what to say. and told her what they gonna say.
Gave about the alleged rape that she said took place toward the end of their relationship.
How are they trying to poke holes in that alleged rape that took place?
The timeline. They're looking at the timeline. They're asking her questions. Well, was it this time or that time? They're also looking at around that same time she was still talking to or dating, as she says, her now husband, Alex Fine. So they're trying to really, in many ways, I think what they're trying to do is question her credibility.
So Cassie was...
Of course, Anna embarrassed. I'm telling you that. Why you see how that white man hopped out that car? YT, you see how he hopped up? Freaking trial. That man Diddy. If I get a hold of Diddy, he's gonna be the diddler, all right. He's gonna have nothing but a diddle left when I'm done with him. Like, bro, come on, dog. Like, bro look hurt. He looked mad. He had to jump out the car. His wife, his pregnant wife, up in that courtroom, man. You know what I'm talking about? In that courtroom with it, man. And, whew, they gotta relive all the baby oil stories. They gotta relive all the murderous temptations. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
Was asked about receiving a FaceTime from her now husband while she was having sex with Diddy. Is that again the case of the defense trying to poke holes in her story?
I think that's where it goes back to how much can we trust this person, because...
So wait, I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all don't like it when I do this, but what? So is she trying to say that she answered the phone FaceTime with her new nigga while she was getting oiled up and piped down by Diddy? He was oiling her. Yeah, take that, take that. And she, ooh, hold on, my baby calling. Hey, daddy. And he, yeah, take that, take that. Who's that? Is that Fresh? Tell Fresh he next. Yeah, take that. Cause what if he know food? What if he know the YT man?
They're entering evidence with phone records and different things to show, well, you were with this person at this time, or you sent that message, but yet you were dating this person. You know, this is about a criminal enterprise, and there are several elements to that don't necessarily speak to if she was in bed with Diddy or if she was FaceTiming her now husband.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to use what they can, again, to discredit her overall as a witness, because this is also about beyond a reasonable doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy's personality, his temper has come up, and today his own defense lawyer said, could it have been his bipolar disorder? What was the reaction in the court?
Right. So again, this is a moment where the prosecution's asking Ventura about testimony that she gave. I didn't see a reaction, so to speak, from the jurors necessarily when this issue came up. But again, it speaks to these mood swings that they've been talking about that he has, that Ventura has said 1 minute he could be nice and he could be kind, but with the drugs and with the alcohol, it was a completely different person.
Take that.
Prosecutors are hoping that Cassie's testimony wraps up today. They're afraid she's going to go into labor over the weekend. What are you hearing inside of the courtroom and rumblings as to, you know, whether or not she will be wrapped up today, and what would happen if she doesn't finish her testimony? What would happen to the case?
To watch someone who is that far along in their pregnancy breathe, kind of take their time, ask for breaks, it's not shocking that they want to get her off the stand so she can focus on having her third child.
Even more text messages are being revealed today, and one text message in particular, Cassie writes, "I'm lost without you." How damaging was that text message?
Honestly, Rachel, there have been several text messages where she shows...
Nah, I'm gonna be real. Her saying she lost without him, that don't necessarily mean they trying to paint it like it's some shit, bro. Come on now. Every girl, every nigga, bro. I'm going through some shit. Everybody going through some shit. When you go through some shit, you feel lost without your person, bro. What is y'all trying to even paint that as that's some kind of relevant information? It's not. That's where I draw a line. She been doped up, drugged up, oiled up. Like, come on, man.
That she wants to be with Sean Combs for the rest of her life. We know now that she called herself Cece for Cassie Combs. We know now that she wanted to have a child with him. She saw herself as a wife. So to say those things at this point is not that surprising. But even the defense ended their argument with a text message from 2012, which appears to show Combs saying, "I want to do our last freak off." And then she says something to the effect of, "I don't want it to be our last freak off. I want it to be the first for the rest of my life." That's what she said.
Freak freaky. Shorty a freak. She freaky, bro. That's some freaky shit. They some freaky, bro. Look at them. Look at the freaky people, bro. Hide your kids, hide your wife, bro. Half the industry got piped up by dude. I heard Lauren London, R.I.P. Nip, cuh. R.I.P. the 6-0 homie, man. Shit crazy, dog. I don't know what else to say.
Said, but what was so interesting is on redirect, the prosecution showed the context of that text where she then says, I don't want to do freak-offs anymore.
That's a head spin right there.
It is, and I think you could feel that energy in the courtroom.
Right.
Because I looked over at one of my colleagues and I like, did I write this down?
See, the thing is, she was manipulated, bro. It's not hard to tell. Ketamine, cocaine, oil.
Correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, but that's sort of what makes this case so interesting, because you have someone who was in this long-term committed relationship, and they say they had breaks at times, but 11 years is not something to sneeze at. And that was a long time that they were together, but it was complicated, it's complex. But Cassie Ventura maintains throughout that she really didn't want to do these freak-offs, that she just wanted to be with Sean Combs.
We're anticipating that on Monday, Dawn Richard will be taking the stand. What might we expect to hear from her testimony?
Yeah, Dawn Richard was famously in that Making a Band that was created by Combs, and she filed a lawsuit last year, a civil suit, saying that she was physically and emotionally abused.
Wow. More explosive testimony to come.
Absolutely. The book.
Oh, yes.
So-
She kinda look funny.
Something else that I
I
thought
ain't-
was interesting
I'm
is
sorry.
sort of this
God, please, I'm
timeline
sorry.
that the defense laid out. And they showed that Combs and Cassie Ventura had been in contact with each other via text in 2020. This is around the time she had just had her first child. He's congratulating her and saying Frankie's beautiful, so using her daughter's name. And it seemed like they were both sort of having this exchange of sending love and sending light, and I hope your family's well. And one of the last texts Cassie Ventura sent was something to the effect of, I hope one day we'll have an opportunity.
You know what she said. Don't something to the effect. That's that police talk. You know what she said. You know what she said.
Sending love and sending light, and I hope your family's well. And one of the last texts Cassie Ventura sent was something to the effect of, I hope one day we'll have an opportunity to talk soon. The defense said, and you never got that opportunity, did you? That was in 2020. Then they built up the case and said, oh, by the way, in October of 2023, you moved back home, is that correct? And she said, well, yeah, I moved back with my parents. You guys have a modest home, your family home where you grew up? And she said, excuse me. She said, yeah, you know, modest home. So they reiterated, so your mother, your father, your husband, and your 2 children moved back to Connecticut to move to LA. She talks about, yeah, we were transitioning, we wanted to come to the East Coast. Then they said, where was your financial income? Where was the money coming from? Your husband was a physical trainer, that's correct. She answers the question, yes, he was a physical trainer.
That was they physical trainer. Oh, the guys. Hey, Cub was in there cutting up. Oh, the guys.
Trainer. They're getting to this idea that money was tight around this time. She moves back home. She's not necessarily feeding into that narrative on the stand. But then they go to that November 2023, a settlement is filed in which she winds up getting $20 million, which we now know. But today we learned that the book that she wanted to offer the rights to Sean Combs for $30 million, she called it The Dark Times. For anyone who's been following this story, many of us know that in 2022, Sean Combs at the BET Awards literally shouted out Cassie and said, thank you for holding me down during the dark times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Plot twist. That is wild.
But again, it's all about them trying to create this narrative that money was down. She never got the opportunity to have this sit down that she wanted. But to show that things were apparently all good in 2020, almost.
Cassie, a mastermind, bro. She trying to manipulate that paper out of that. Yeah, she know what she doing, bro.
2 years after they split up.
It ain't all about the paper, but she gonna manipulate that paper. Like, that's what you supposed to do. Like, you done went through all this turmoil and torture. You damn near was married to the nigga. It's 11 years. You been through so much. You damn near deserve that million. You know what I'm saying? That couple million. You know what I'm saying? she should be able to go ahead and live her life, live her best life without worrying about the diddler getting the diddling around with the baby oil.
Sending each other light and love, and now here we are, 2025, and not only was there a civil settlement, now you've got someone facing criminal charges.
I also found it interesting that when asked if she hates Diddy,
She said, I never hated him.
and still to this day
Still doesn't hate him to this day. Yeah. It's a lot to parse out.
11 years, like it's nothing to sneeze at. Bro, like you just said it, bro. What is we talking about, bro? What is we talking about, bro? Stop playing. Like, I get so tired of this, bro. Like, y'all just be trying to make these narratives. Like, I'm gonna be real. This is what it is. I'm gonna lay it out, and I'm gonna keep watching. We gonna keep reacting. We gonna keep formulating and plotting. I'm gonna tell you like this. Diddy did it. A lot of other people did it, and they been doing it. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, R.P., Prince. Who know? Prince was at one of the parties. He said some wild shit about don't go to the parties, because, you know, as freaky as Prince is, we know he ain't do that. He ain't that freaky. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, man, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, man. What y'all think we should do as a community to progress further in these type of situations. Should we support the bull? Because he one of us. We know, you know, whatever. What would the world be? But this my thing. Y'all prosecuting him on all this SA shit. I know for a fact that he got rid of some other people that's detrimental to the community, like Tupac and them, Biggie. When we gonna get into them? Because I'm one of the firm believers that he ain't even gone. Biggie and Pac ain't gone. You gonna have to prove it to me. And the only way to prove it is through Diddy, the diddler. You know, he was mad. So, I don't know. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We 16 minutes down. If y'all stay here to this point, y'all the realest in the country. I'm trying to tell you, man. The stringers is deep. That's what y'all is. If y'all messing with us, y'all stringers, man. We gonna keep it going until we come up with a new name. Y'all the stringers. It's First String Monopoly. The stringers. Y'all the first string. Y'all the stringers. You know what I'm saying? We don't sit on them benches. Shout out to the H, man. Shout out to where it's great. Get you some grapes and smoke it until you were late. You know what's going on. Be first and never late. Shout out to the gang members. Shout out to the people who are out doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, that way. We done. More shit to come. Yeah. Skirt.